Hello everyone, how are we doing? So, without really waste so much of our time, family, we know why we are here, right? We're here to look at the particular pairs that we will be paying attention to as the market is about to open in a few hours' time. And this video I think is the first video of the month, which is September. So, I really hope this market should do something because the month of August was really rough. I did not really trade much in the month of August. Month of August, there's so many manipulation in the market, and I want us guys to also know that in case of tomorrow, month of August is a month that the market is kind of crazy, and you might be feeling as if you don't know how to trade during that month, but trust me, family, it is due to the month and the kind of condition that the market is in, right? So we have to understand that. Okay, we have to understand that. So next year in the month of August, you will minimize your trading, right? You really minimize your trading. So last month of August, I did not really trade much, and if you guys notice, I did not even drop like much YouTube videos right here because there was no any tangible and strong high probability sector for me. So I just stay back, right? I just stay back, and I don't want to be giving us guys first trade idea here. I want something that if I do, at least even though it won't happen, at least let it at least let 95% of it probably showing up. Get me? So I'm talking a lot already, so let's really get to the chat. So I want us guys to know this, but whatsoever I will be looking at on this financial market, everything that I will be showing us guys, is my personal opinion. Because trading is a very very high probability game. So because I will be pointing out some areas where I am expecting price should actually react off from and giving me my confirmation does not mean that price must definitely come back to those zones, right? So trading is a very very probabilistic game. So that is what you should always have in mind. That is what you should always have in mind. So real quick, let's get to the chart, family. Let's get to the chart. So as you can see on my chart right here, I'm having Europe USD pair, right? Europe USD, which we guys know that those are this is my favorite pair, both Europe USD, GBP USD, so that they are like one, right? They are like one. So both EU, GU, they are one to me. So they are my favorite pairs, and then GBP, JPY, NZD USD. Sometimes I look at AUD, NZD also. So you guys know that those are the pairs that always I always analyze in my YouTube channel here. So here's Europe USD. So this is what I'm currently looking at, but it won't really make sense if I'm just showing us guys from the 4 hours time frame perspective. Like, it doesn't really make sense. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'll start off from the 4 daily time frame so that we guys will know the overall sentiment of the market, because it is so important that whatsoever you want to start doing, you look at the overall sentiment of the market from the higher time frame before looking to start planning your trade on the lower time frame. So you want to see what the higher time frame story is actually telling, right? So let's quickly move to the daily time frame. Let's see something. So Europe USD, like, it is still the same thing though. This the same thing that I've been showing us guys, the same thing. Like, if you watch my previous video, I also made an analysis on Europe USD, showing us guys this same chart on Europe USD from the daily. So on the daily time frame, Europe USD is really trending bullish, which we can see we have a form of higher high and the higher low, and then we have a higher high, right? We have this new higher high that was delivered. So if you remember last week, as for last week, I was looking at this area here as my point of interest, which you can see that price mitigated of that demand zone, and then there was no any confirmation, then price break through that demand zone, which is absolutely fine because I analyzed. That is why I said from the beginning, because I will be pointing out areas of demand or supply does not mean that price must either respect them or price can get back to them, but the probability of them working at stand like 95%, right? 99.9% happening. So that is what I really want us guys to keep it in mind, right? I really want us guys to keep that in mind. So you know these demands we here fails to hold price, and we can see our market is truly dropping down, right? So as the market is still dropping down, we know what it means, right? On the lower time frame, such as the 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes time frame, we are still going to see more of sales on Europe USD. So let's quickly go to the 4 hours time frame. And Europe USD, the market sentiment, what I'm seeing right now, the market is strongly bearish. Like, so more of what we are going to expect is bearish sell. Like, we are going to see more of bearish. Let me just show us guys what I'm talking about. Let me show us guys what I'm talking about. Like the sentiment, the overall sentiment on Europe USD now, we are strongly bearish. Like Europe USD. So we can see it, right? Intraday we are almost 79% short, right? 79% short. And then the daily traders, were over 63% short. So more of what we are going to be seeing on EU is short, 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 short. So let's just keep an eye and see what will happen as the market is about to open. And I believe that September we have good trading days, and there is good setups that come attached with September. But trade less, always look for higher probability setups. So let's go to the 4 hours time frame. Let me quickly share with us guys what I'm looking at. Let me share with us guys what I'm looking at. So as you can see right here on the 4 hours time frame, we have this clean setup, right? We have this clean setup. So what I'm really expecting on Europe USD right now, we can see that the market was actually trending bearish, right? The market was really, really trending bearish. We can see how price was delivering this perfect order flow, which is we have lower low, lower high, we have lower low, we have lower high, we have lower low, we have lower high, and then we drop to the downside. We had a pullback, and then we had another drop to the downside. Then probably we had a sweep of this high, which is known as a break of structure. We took out those two major highs. So when this break of structure actually happened, I also shifted my idea that most likely the daily is ready to start buying up. But you can see that I was not right about the change of the character. So this was just a reaccumulation, and then had a distribution to the downside, which you can see. Yet price has not yet closed below this previous lower low aggressively yet, but we can see that price is already breaking out this low. So we had another shift to the downside. So most likely what I'm expecting for the coming week, which is tomorrow, is market should take out this low right here. So now this will be our expected low that I am really expecting price to take out, right? I am really expecting price to take out. Once price sweep this low right here, then most of what I will be expecting, I will be expecting a pullback. And once that pullback start happening, those areas which you can see are highlighted as my POI. Those are the area where I will be paying attention to see how price will be reacting off from those areas, and then give me my lower time frame confirmation to take my shot. So I'm not a trader that go aggressively. I'm a trader that always wait for confirmation. So immediately when we see this break to the downside as the market is about to open, more of what we are going to be expecting is to see a pullback. Price should respect of this supply or this supply here, and then we start waiting for confirmation in order for us to go short. So the reason why I'm having like two supplies, when I'm gonna show us guys the reason, right? I'm gonna share us guys with the reason. So the reason why I'm looking at this here is because we noticed that before we have this massive push to the downside, we had here was a resistance, right? Here was a resistance, and then price flip to the upside, and then this resistance becomes support, right? This resistance becomes support, and then we had a retracement. What happened? We noticed that price reacted off from that what support, because this becomes support, resistance turned into support. So price reacted off from this support, and then we have some little push to the upside. So this was a manipulation in the market. This is what the institutional usually do. They actually build up liquidity here. If you notice that, right, we had a building of liquidity. We have an accumulation of orders here, right? We have price accumulating orders, right? And after they accumulate orders, what did we notice? They sweep liquidity to the upside. After sweeping liquidity to the upside, we also come for the what? For the buy side liquidity, sorry, sell side liquidity also, because we have people that are selling here, we have people that are buying from here, we have people that are selling from here, right? So we can see how price took them out, and then this become our flip zone, right? This become our flip zone because we reacted off from this we started from this resistance, right? We started from this support. I mean, we started from this support, and then price break through that support, and then most likely we can see that price is still dropping down, and most likely we are expecting this low to be taken out. So you know this is the reason why I'm looking at this. And also what gave me another confirmation was because we can see after we have this sweep of liquidity, we can see how price truly move aggressively to the downside. We can see after that sweep of liquidity, there was no any consolidation in the market. We just see price moving very, very aggressive to the upside, to the downside. And we can see that with this very, very large candle, there is a lot of volume that was traded here, leaving behind those imbalance, right? Leaving behind this large imbalance, I mean. So most likely we can see price being respected. This some demand zone right here being respected, and then we start looking for that lower time frame confirmation to take our short. But most likely, if this supply right here will not hold price, then we know what it means, right? That totally shows that the institutions are not ready to close in their position. They have closing their position here, but it's not enough for them. So they want to come back and close more of their position, right? They are coming back to close more of their position. So this is where I will be expecting, because the reason why I'm looking at this also is because we can say we have imbalance, we have sweep of liquidity, like the same confluence that actually happened here, right? So if the institutions did not close their position here and then started giving us our confirmation, and they decide to break through this high, most likely this is where I will be expecting to start shorting this market from. And I really, really hope to see this one really, I really see this one holding price to the downside, because we have actually buy to the you know over we have already buy to over our with over eight of our fib level, or 78.6 level. So the reason why I did not bring out my fib level is because we see that this high, this low, this new low that we are expecting to be formed has not yet formed. So that is why I have not yet measured my areas of interest. But I do use my fib level, and I look at the 88.6 and the 78.6 and the 786 of our fib level. I love seeing them aligning with my areas of interest. I really love seeing them align with my area of interest. So if this supply here will not hold price, then most likely I'm expecting this one right here. I'm expecting this one. And then once price starting this supply, I want to see a confirmation in order for me to take my short. And we can see most likely we have this imbalance. So if this would hold, probably price will be coming for this imbalance, come back for this supply zone that currently the institutional orders is still in Jordan, and then totally come back and closing their order in order for this market to continue going lower. So this is what I'm really, really expecting on Europe USD. I'm expecting a drop, a pullback, confirmation, or if this won't hold, I'm looking at this one right here, a confirmation, and then we smash down, right? We smash down. We continue with the bearish order flow. So this is my daily time frame demand zone, where I am looking at a mitigation, and once price mitigate of this daily demand zone, I'm ready to start looking for another confirmation again to start longing this market. And this mitigation, if it actually happen, and all my confluence is meet up, this will truly be a long-term buy on Europe USD. This will really be a long-term buy on Europe USD. But the market sentiment viewer, with what the market sentiment viewer is really telling me, like, I think this market will really go short. So let's go. Let's see what the market will actually play out. Let's see what the market will truly, truly play out. So this is what I'm currently looking at on Europe USD. So let's move to GBP USD. Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. GBP USD, like, I've not even done the markup because price is still here. So it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. So GBP USD give us a perfect entry right from here. Catch this out to the downside. So most likely, we are also expecting GBP USD to break this low, and then we are expecting to see the market reversing from this supply here, right? Which we can see that was the last supply before the down move candle, right? The last supply zone before the down move candle, which we can see it engulf all these candles right here, and the market is still dropping down. So till I see this really happening, this does not really look clean like EU, right? This does not really look clean like EU, because if you look at EU has that bearish candle has already been putting on to take out this week. So most likely, as the market will be open, what we are going to see more of is the market just continue going down because we close with bearish. Like let's take a look at that. We close with bearish candle. We can see this, right? We close with a very this large candle, bearish candle is printing at currently. So most likely is the market open. We are going to see that. So let's look at NZD USD because this is also the pair I'm paying attention to because GBP JPY I don't have any sound idea there, so I'm not gonna share anything there. Uh, I'm not really gonna share anything with those guys there. So on NZD USD, let's look at the daily time frame. This is one of the most important things that all of us need to be doing. Like when you are looking at something, you have to know where it's coming from, right? You have to know everything you are looking at, not only in terms of analysis. If you are doing something, if you are on any business, you have to start looking at the top, right? You want to start looking at the top and knowing exactly what's going on at the top before you start scaling down, right? So it's as the same thing as trading. So now we have this daily time frame bias, which we can see that on the daily time frame, what did we see? Like we have a very clean structure, of bearish, which we can see lower low, lower high, and then we have a lower low. So most likely, what I'm currently expecting now is to see a pullback, right? Is to see a pullback. I'm expecting price to react from this supply or this supply right here, and then you know give us a confirmation in order for us to start looking for short position. And you can see all the areas of supply that I highlighted. They are very clean and set for us to actually have confidence in always waiting in keeping our confidence in seeing price retracing back to those areas, right? So you know this is how your areas of interest are supposed to look like. Like you don't need to complicate it, right? You don't need to complicate it. So now, since this daily time frame has actually delivered this new lower low, probably we don't know when the new lower high will start forming, but with some form of confirmation that we look at on a lower time frame, give us the probability to actually think that the market is ready to start by the daily time frame is ready to start delivering that new lower high, which is we can see here. Let's go back to the 4 hours time frame. We can see that from the daily time frame, we can see that we have started shifting from bearish to bullish, right? So like with this kind of confirmation, that actually shows that most likely the daily time frame is ready to start delivering a new lower high, right? A new lower high, so that once we deliver that new lower high, mitigate of our supply zones, we start delivering a new lower low. So this we can see we had a very clean break of structure to the upside. So let's quickly identify that. Uh, we can see that we have a lower low, we have a lower high, we have a lower low, we have a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. And then what's happening here? We have an inducement that actually happens in the market, but I know definitely there will be others that will be looking at it as a break of structure because we are expecting the daily time frame to start pulling back, right? So I definitely know that we have a lot of individuals that will be looking at this as a break of structure, and I think I also, because I was able to catch this buy right here, I was able to catch this buy. Yeah, so I was also part of that idea. So market reverse back and then break bearish, and after this bearish break, we still had another break to the upside. So most likely, what we are really expecting now is to see the bullish order flow to continue. Right, that's what we are really expecting at the moment. That's what we are really expecting at the moment. So on the 4 hours time frame, here is what I'm currently looking at, right? You can see it looks clean and high probable, right? It looks clean and high probable because I'm not gonna say it's 100, right? Because it's everything can looks everything will look clean, but the market can still fuck you up, the market can still fuck you up. That is why trading is a high probability game. You really have to keep that in mind so that you get out of that mentality of trying to be right or wrong, right? Of trying to be right or wrong. Because the more you are trying to force yourself to be right, number one, you will end up not getting involved on so many trades. And also, if probably the trade setup that you have did not actually happen the way you really expect, then you are going to mess up with your psychology. You started feeling as if this market, you are only strong. Why is the market not always reacting out from your area of interest? Why is the market running away from you? Why is the market doing this? Why is the market doing that? Like we all know the challenges we pass through. But when you just keep it simple to yourself, put it in mind that trading is a probability game, and because I analyze the market, it doesn't mean that this market must actually respect what I am expecting. But 95% of whatsoever idea I have, right? Out of 100% of the ideas that I will be generating, most I expect 95, right? It is a random distribution game, right? It's a random game. Today this one will happen, tomorrow this one did not happen. So you have to look at it like that, right? That's why it's a probability game. Since you cannot predict the weather, yeah, you cannot tell that the rain will fall today. So it's the same thing as you cannot say that the market must start buying now. You can't. So you just allow the market to deliver to you. Once it delivers to you, you take action, because that is the most common thing that we are all here for, right? So take action, right? Because without taking action, how would you find out that your trading setup works? So you have to take action. If the trading setup actually show up, everything meet up, you have to take action. You have to execute it, regardless of the outcome, right? And if the outcome choose to be a good one, you take it. If you have to be a bad one, failure is the best teacher. That's what I usually tell myself. If you fail, that is the time that you need to sit down and learn, right? Learn from that failure. So whenever I take a loss, like I feel like, this market wants me to learn a lesson. That is what I used to tell myself. This market wants me to learn a lesson. So I just sit down, calm, and then analyze the market back. And if I see that there is nothing more that I did wrong, I'm fine. I will move to the next trade. So this is the kind of common and simple psychology I used to come in with. I used to come in with this market. So I don't come to the market and trying to be right, 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 because there is no right or wrong. You can end up being right, everything meet up, and you still take a loss. You can be wrong. You know that yes, this setup is not setup that you should take, and you can end up being profitable on that setup. So this is how the game is. This is how the game is. So now on AED NZD, we can see that before this break to the upside, we notice that we have an accumulation. Price accumulates a lot of orders here. That's institutions, right? The institution accumulate a lot of retail trader stop loss here. We can see there was no any clean order flow here. We just have market building up liquidity. But then what did we notice? Right? What did we notice? So for the people that are buying, 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 we notice that now market just what sweep them out. And after market sweep them out, what did we see? The market started buying up, took out this previous lower high. So at the moment, this is where the institution actually place in that 1 million lot size just to take out people that are buying from here, right? And then add another more position to just push this market to the upside. So most likely now, this order that they placed to take out the retail stops, we all know that here, right here, the institutions will be in drawdown, right? So some will call this a breaker block, and some whatever they feel like calling it. But we just want to make money. We just want to make money. So we, here is where I'm currently looking for targeting, right? This demand zone right here, order block, everything you feel like calling it. So this is where I'm looking for a mitigation right now, and you know what it is. You know what I usually wait for, because the setup looks very clean. Because we can see it on your screen. You can see it on your screen. This setup look perfect, right? But because it looks perfect, it doesn't mean that once the setup meet, deliver to my area of interest, I should start taking action. No, I wait for confirmation. I must see that confirmation. So let me even move to the 2 hours time frame. I think the setup will look more clearer on the 2 hours time frame. So let's look at the 2 hours time frame. So can we see that we have this candle right here, this specific FU candle that actually caused this aggressive push to the upside. You can see this candle cause aggressive push to the upside. So most likely now, this is where we are expecting price to really sell down. And then if we mitigate of this area where we can see this internal POI, which I identify as POI, that's my 15 minutes or 30 minutes time frame area of interest. If we mitigate, this will be more high probable for me to start waiting for that lower time frame confirmation to go long. So this is what I'm currently expecting to see on NZD USD as the market is about to open in few hours time. So if you love this setup, you can add it to your watch list, and then let's look at what the market will actually deliver to us, guys, right? Let's look at what the market will really deliver to us. So, you know, this is what I really have for us, guys. This is what I also want us guys to keep in our watch list and then see, how this will happen. So, if you want to be part of my community, you know, the link to my Telegram channel is below this video. You can just click the link and then join my free Telegram channel. I used to drop my weekly setups, and continuously whenever I see a new setup showing up in the market and it looks very clean for me to actually have confidence, have patience on it, seeing how the setup playing out. I usually drop it on my Telegram channel. So if you want to be following my setups, you can join my Telegram channel, and then let's explore, family. Let's explore. So this is what I really have for us. And if you love what I'm doing on this channel, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also make sure you turn on that notification bell so that whenever I drop videos like this, you'll be notified.